Good morning, my dear students. How are you? Welcome you to our final revision on Prep 3. On the first, we will start by knowing the questions of the exam. في الأول يا شباب أنا عامل لكم كده أسئلة بنظام الامتحان، هنتعرف على الأشكال مع بعض. أول حاجة طبعا عندنا the first questions complete the following dialogue. In the dialogue we have four sentences or two sentences and two questions and whatever. Before answering these questions, we have to read the whole conversation. First, we have here businessman is talking with the assistant. The businessman started by asking the assistant questions, and the assistant said, "Certainly. Would you like single or a return ticket?" بعد كده عندنا هنا في space والassistant answered, "Would you like to travel on the stopping train or the express train?" The businessman said the express train, then asked a question. The assistant answered, "Yes, it has air conditioning. Would you like the first class ticket?" And the businessman answered. Let's start by answering these questions. On the first, businessman asked, "Good morning." Maybe he said, "Good morning. Would you help me please?" Or "Could you help me please?" Or "I would like to book a ticket." And the assistant answered, "Certainly. Would you like a single or a return ticket?" Here, the businessman will choose one of this, a single or a return. Here, we doesn't have any answer that he will stay in the place that he are traveling to, or he will come back. Here, he can say, "I want a single ticket," or he will say, "I would like a return ticket." Then the assistant said, "Would you like to travel on the stopping train or the express train?" The businessman said the express train. Then he asked the questions. The question here should be by using the form of short questions. I think here he said, "Does the express train have air conditioning?" So the assistant said, "Yes, it has air conditioning." Then he asked, "Would you like first class ticket?" Here the businessman maybe say yes or no. The second question's situation. Situations, we have three sentences and you have to make a question or answer. The first one said, "You want to book a ticket to Cairo." You want to book a ticket to Cairo. The answer would be, "I would like to book a ticket to Cairo." Second sentence, number 2, "You want to know the price of the ticket." هنا هنسأل على ال price of the ticket. هنقول what is the price of the ticket or how much is the ticket. Number 3, "You want to know how long the train takes to reach أسوان." وعشان نسأل عن المدة يا شباب احنا متعودين بنسأل how long. يبقى how long does the train takes to reach أسوان. بعد كده السؤال اللي عندنا هو الايه reading comprehension, and this is the same question. You have to read the passage carefully, then answer these questions. We have 5 questions on the passage. Let's start reading it. We learn a lot of subjects at school. Everything we study has some uses in our life. We learn our language, Arabic, to be able to tell others what we want and understand what others tell us. We learn biology so as to tell us about living things. Foreign languages enable us to communicate with other people and to know how other people think and talk. Mathematics help us to think. Computers are also very important because they can do sums quickly and can store information. They can also work with words and numbers. History tells us about our own country and the people of the world around us. Geography tells us about plants, animals, and people, where and how they live and what they do. Exercises and games help us grow strong and keep us fit. After reading the passage, I will start by answering it. The first question, number A, answer the following question. Number 1, why are exercises and games important? طبعا هنا يا شباب احنا عندنا الانسرز بتاعت حضرتك هتكون موجودة في الايه في الباسج نفسها. طبعا هنا we use exercises and games to grow strong and to keep us fit. طيب number 2, why do we learn foreign languages? We learn foreign languages to or enable us to communicate with other people and to know how other people think and talk. Question number 3, what does the underlined word they refer to? هنا underline اللي هو they عايد على mathematics. والسؤال اللي بعد كده اللي هو choose the correct answer from A, B, C or D. Arabic enables us to طبعا أو tell other what we want and to understand what others tell us. طيب number 5, في space can do quickly and store information. دي طبعا اللي هو الايه الكمبيوترز. طيب الكويستشن اللي بعد كده اللي هو الريدر، والريدر اللي عندنا اللي هي ستوري بلاك بيوتي. في الاول طبعا اول questions اللي هو الماتش. we have 4 characters from the story and you have to say the actions that they do through the story. Number 1 we have Black Beauty. Number 2 Ginger. Number 3 York. And number 4 Lady Smith. هنا في الكولوم B number letter A بيقول liked the latest fashion. مين اللي كانت like the latest fashion؟ اللي هي Lady Smith. طيب was the horse Lady Anne liked to ride؟ الحصان اللي كانت بتحب تمتطيه Lady Anne هو Black Beauty. يبقى number 1 هتاخد letter B. طب letter C said if they don't tighten the reins more I will do what they ask me. المقولة دي اللي قالتها طبعا الجينجر. يبقى جينجر number 2 هتاخد letter C. طيب was much smaller than the early Smith house at Earlshall Park؟ لا ملهاش إجابة. letter E was early Smith helper طبعا اللي هو يورك. يبقى يورك اللي هو number 3 هياخد letter E. وطبعا بعد كده عندنا 2 questions اللي هما critical thinking. Number 1, why do you think Lady Smith uses special reins to keep the horse's head held high؟ طبعا الإجابة إنها كانت بتحب latest fashion وإن one of the latest fashions كانت special reins. يبقى الإجابة هنا هنقول because she liked the latest fashion and one of these fashions was special reins for horses to held their heads high in the air. طب question number 2, do you think Ginger was right to start to kick? Why or why not؟ طبعا الإجابة هنا لو جالك سؤال do you think نص الإجابة عند حضرتك yes or no. طب هنا do you think Ginger was right to start to kick؟ طبعا الإجابة هتبقى عندنا yes I think or yes I do. Why؟ because the reins were uncomfortable. الكويستشنز اللي بعد كده اللي هو choose. عندنا 6 choices and you have to choose one of them. Number 1, you buy a space if you are coming back by train. طالما هرجع تاني بالقطر يبقى I would choose a return ticket. طيب number 2, I will book a ticket on the وفي space because it's the fastest train. fastest train هو express train. Number 3, we didn't have much money so we bought economy class ticket. Number 4, I have to wait on the وفي space for my train to arrive. هنتظر في platform. Number 5, what is the space of the number 10 bus؟ هنا what is the destination اللي هو وجهة الوصول. Number 6, look at these dark clouds. it في space بعد كده soon. هنا عندي في dark clouds يعني ده evidence فهتبقى it's going to rain. it is going to rain. ده ال 6 choices or 6 questions اللي عندنا. هنا في 2 زيادة اهو. Number 7, when space the English lesson start at 10 o'clock tomorrow. وطالما عندنا هنا في وقت فدايما السؤال هيكون في ال present simple. يبقى when does the lesson start. Number 8, I have got the tickets. I في space to London tomorrow. خلاص أنا عندي هنا التيكتس، يعني أنا هنا مرتب ومظبط حالي. يبقى هنا هقول بقى إيه؟ I am traveling. I am traveling. طيب بعد ال choose we have the rewrite question. Rewrite question using the words in the brackets to give the same meaning. لازم نستخدمها عشان تدي نفس المعنى. لو sentence تفضل sentence، ولو questions هتفضل question زي ما هو. Number 1, I have arranged everything to give a party next week. طالما هنا arranged قلنا هنستخدم ال present continuous اللي هو am is are plus verb plus ing على طول، وهنا عايزين نستخدم giving، فالانسر بتاعتي هتبقى I am giving a party next week. I am giving a party next week. Number 2, do you intend visiting the zoo tomorrow? Do you intend visiting the zoo tomorrow؟ وعايز يستخدم going، وكنا متعودين ان خلاص طالما فيه intentions اللي هي النوايا يبقى هستخدم قاعدة going to. going to من شروطها قبلها am is are، بعد كده going to، بعد كده الverb in infinitive. فالإجابة بتاعتي هنا هتكون are you going to visit the zoo tomorrow? Are you going to visit the zoo tomorrow? Question number 3, my father has promised to buy me a nice mobile on my birthday. وهنا ده وعد، في promise هيستخدم will على طول، يبقى ال subject plus will plus infinitive اللي هو الانسر بتاعتي هتبقى my father will buy me a nice mobile on my birthday. طيب السؤال السابع في الامتحان عندي write a paragraph or an email of 7 مش 7 sentence، هيبقى 110 words 110 words، وبيجي لنا واحد بس. الأول كان بيجي 2، دلوقتي هيبقى يجي لنا إيه؟ واحد، يا إما باراجراف يا إما إيميل. مطلوب مني أكتب 110 كلمة بما يعادل 15 جملة. هننتقل بعد كده بقى على إيه؟ المراجعة على بلاك بيوتي، الستوري بتاعتي بلاك بيوتي. هنا نمبر 1 said in what ways was Earlshall Park better than Berwick Park؟ طبعا هنقول إن ال Earlshall Park was much bigger and more modern. Earlshall Park was much bigger and more modern. Number 2, what did Lady Anne like to do? She liked to ride Black Beauty. She liked to ride Black Beauty. Number 3, how did Black Beauty feel when Lady Anne and her relatives rode him around the park? How did Black Beauty feel when Lady Anne and her relatives rode him around the park? طبعا هنا Black Beauty liked this ridings, which was sometimes alone and sometimes was another horse called Lizzie. Number 4, why did Lady Anne buy special reins for Black Beauty and the other horses? Why did Lady Smith buy special reins for Black Beauty and other horses? Because it was the latest fashion. Number 5, why didn't Black Beauty and Ginger like the reins? Because the reins were uncomfortable and it was almost impossible to see the ground if they pulled carriage over the hill. Number 6, why wasn't it easy for the horses to pull a carriage up a hill with the reins? Because the special reins held their heads high in the air and it's impossible to see the ground. Number 7, why were the reins not wonderful for the horses also? Lady Anne loved them because they tightened the reins and the reins held their heads high and the reins were uncomfortable. Number 8, why did Ginger say that there would be troubles? Ginger said that there would be troubles because he tightened the rains every day. Number 9. What did Black Beauty fear if a ginger made trouble? Because if a ginger made trouble, Earl Smith would think to uh, sell them again, and they may be uh, they may be sold to another unkind owners. Number 10. Why did Lady Smith use special reins to keep horses' heads held high? ده برضه because it was the latest fashion. Because it was the latest fashion. Number 11. What happened? What happened when Lady Smith wanted to hold the horse's heads up even higher? لما قررت طبعا ان الرينز تضيقها شوية اللي هو tighten the reins. طبعا الجينجر started to kick and they fall on the ground and their knees badly damaged. Number 12. What was the effect of the fall on the Ginger and the Black Beauty? Their knees were badly damaged and they took a long time to be recovered. Number 13. What did they do to the horses after their fall? هقول they took the horses to a field to be recovered. Number 14. How did York feel about the reins? Even York, he didn't like the reins because it was uncomfortable. 15. How do we know that York cared about Ginger and the Black Beauty? Because after the fall, he washed their wounds with hot water and he took care of them. Number 16. Do you think Black Beauty was angry with Ginger because he was hurt? طبعا السؤال ده مهم جدا 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 وبيتكرر كتير في الامتحانات. Do you think Black Beauty was angry? هقول no, because the reins were really uncomfortable and most of them don't like it. Number 17. Do the Earl wanted to sell the horses? طبعا. After the fall, they couldn't pull the carriage and they couldn't run fast, so he decided to sell them. Number 18. Why did York want to sell the horses to a man in pace? Because he knows that this man likes the horses and he wanted a horse to keep him healthy. How do you know that Ginger hurt herself badly? Because after she started kicking so hard, she fell on the ground and their knees damaged. Number 20. How did Ginger and the Beauty spend their time in the field after the fall? هقول they spent their time chatting. They spent a lot of time chatting. 21. How did Black Beauty find London where he reached it? He found that London was noisy, very crowded, and he didn't like it at the first. Number 22. How were Jerry life liked kind to Black Beauty? How were Jerry family kind to Black Beauty? Because they took care of him, they give him good rest and enough food to eat each day. 23. Why did Black Beauty said that Jerry was the best owner he had had? Because Jerry was a kind man, Black Beauty trusted him, and he gave him good rest and enough food to eat each day after their work. Number 24. Why were the first few days difficult for Black Beauty? The first few days were difficult because London was very noisy and crowded, and he couldn't find his way easily. 25. Why did Black Beauty stop worrying about these difficulties? After he trusted Jerry, he stopped worrying about the difficulties that he faced in London. 26. Why wasn't Jerry Parker always happy with his passengers? ودايما السؤال ده برضه مهم جدا يا شباب. Why wasn't Jerry always happy with his passengers? Because one day two men asked him to go quickly as he could, and they offered to give him an extra pound, but he refused to go fast because he liked and think of the health of his horse. And another situation, when the poor woman asked him to go to hospital because her son was ill, The two men jumped out of here on the carriage, and he told them that he would help the poor women. 27. How do we know that Jerry loved Black Beauty? هنقول he refused to take the two young men to the station quickly because he think of his horse. 28. Do you think that people were always happy to have Jerry as a taxi driver? طبعا السؤال ده في غاية الأهمية. Do you think that people were always happy to have Jerry as taxi driver? I think the answer will be no. No, because he didn't always do what his passenger asked him to. Number 29. Why do you think that the other taxi driver accepts the young man's offer? هنا طبعا because he doesn't think about his horse health and he loves money more much. 30. Why did the taxi drivers have to work long hours? Because most of them didn't have a horse and they hired horse all the day. So they had to work long hours to earn more money. السؤال اللي بعد كده ده من الستودنت بوك، ده اللي هو الايه الماتش. نمبر 1 عندنا Lady Anne enjoyed، طبعا Lady Anne enjoyed riding Black Beauty around Earlshall Park، اللي هو letter number 1 هتاخد letter D. Number 2 Lady Smith used Black Beauty to pull carriages. Every day the reins were tightened. The letter E. Ginger and the Black Beauty were put into a field to recover. طيب الماتش اللي بعد كده Black Beauty traveled to Paris on a train. Some drivers in Paris didn't use the reins at all. One driver complained because Beauty walked slowly with a stone in his foot. Mr. Perry asked Fletcher to look after Black Beauty. question اللي بعده في الماتش فليتشر كان ماله اللي هو ايه number 1 Fletcher took Black Beauty food to feed his rabbits. Black Beauty and Ginger were annoyed by the rains. Lady Smith loved fashion. York couldn't say anything about the rains to Lady. question اللي معانا York know a man in Paris who wanted a new horse. York know a man in Paris who wanted a new horse. Black Beauty traveled to Paris on train. Mr. Perry rode a horse to keep him healthy. Fletcher gave Black Beauty less food each week. الكويشن اللي بعده Earlshall Park was much bigger than Brentwood Park. Lady Anne liked to ride Black Beauty around the park. Lady Smith liked her horses to use special reins. Ginger wasn't happy when they tightened her reins. Wasn't happy when they tightened her reins. طيب اللي بعد كده Ginger began to kick in the carriage. Began to kick in the carriage. طيب Black Beauty went by train to a new town. Went by train to a new town. Lady Smith made her horses to wear uncomfortable reins. Mr. Perry bought Black Beauty good food to be healthy. Bought Black Beauty good food to be healthy. ده بالنسبة كده يا شباب للسؤال بتاع الماتش. طيب السؤال اللي بعد كده على الشابتر 3. Mrs. Fuller could find work for Jerry. Jerry worked hard at New Year. A rich man made Jerry and the Black Beauty wait for him. Skinner decided to sell Black Beauty at the market. هنا Mr. Thurgood was very pleased with Black Beauty. Jerry became ill because he got so cold and tired. Black Beauty fell down because he had no breakfast. Willie looked after Black Beauty very well. هنا Joe Green remembered Black Beauty. Black Beauty worked for Mrs. Bloomfield and her sisters. Jerry was the best honor Beauty had have. The vet asked Skinner to let Black Beauty rest. طيب بعد كده Black Beauty recovered after a rest in a large field. Joe Green told the women about Black Beauty. Mr. Thurgood it showed Black Beauty to Mrs. Bloomfield. Skinner decided to sell Black Beauty at the market. بعد كده يا شباب دي الأسئلة متنوعة على كل يونت. هنبتدي طبعا بيونت 10. هنا سؤال choose Luxor will be our new destination next mid-year holiday. Destination. Hurghada has beautiful scenery by the sea. The new manager will hold meeting next Sunday with all workers. The answer will be meeting. Number 4. My uncle will book a ticket in not train as it's comfortable. طبعا comfortable هتبقى sleeper train. Number 5. If you go to Alexandria and come back, you have to book a return ticket. Come here, Hassan. Our space is at the front of the train. Our carriage. Number 7. You book space class if you want to save money. You will book economy class. Number 8. The train stops at Luxor on its way to Aswan. On its way to Aswan. Number 9. Can we في space a seat on the second class train يبقى can we book. Can we book. Number 10. We didn't have much money so we bought. We didn't have much money بتتكرر كتير طالما مفيش much money يبقى so we bought an economy class ticket. Economy class ticket. Number 11. أيمن arrived أسوان late. طبعا arrived in طالما مكان كبير arrived in. Number 12. Modern trains have this space carriage for having meals. Having meals في الكارج يبقى عندنا restaurant carriage. Restaurant carriage. 13. The train to Alexandria وفي space at 7. قلنا أي حاجة فيها مواعيد للتايم تيبل يبقى present simple. يبقى the train to Alexandria leaves. Leaves. Number 14. It وفي space me 3 hours to finish my English homework. يبقى it takes. It takes. It takes. 15. Many people are not for the train. Are waiting. Waiting for the train. Waiting. The وفي space train is very fast. الإكسبريس train. The express train is very fast. Number 17 في space في الأول is very useful for people who travel daily as they pay less money for ticket اللي هم معاهم rail card. Rail card. 18. Letters, emails, and messages are forms of communication. Communication. 19. وفي space is a short journey to place and back again a trip. A trip. 20. 4 tourists got a car and took some photos in the park. طبعا هنا got out of. Got out of يعني خرجوا. 21. The library closes طالما في ايه ميعاد closes at 4 o'clock. Please hurry. Closes. 22. We في space on holiday next week. I have already put the text. يبقى هنا we are going. We are going on. We are going. 23. I'm hungry. ده quick decision هو I'm hungry. I think I will buy a sandwich. I will buy. 24. Nadia can't visit you on Saturday. Nadia can't visit you on Saturday. She في space her mother to prepare for a family party. She's helping. She is helping. 25. The plane to London هو في وقت برضو يبقى leaves. Leaves. 26. I must go now. I promised him I won't be late. I won't be late. I expect it will be hot. It will be hot. طيب rewrite. Number 1. They have arranged to take the sleeper train to Aswan tonight وعايز يستخدم taking يبقى they are taking the sleeper train. Number 2. My father promised to buy a tablet for my sister وعايز will يبقى أقول my father will buy a tablet for my sister. My father will buy a tablet for my sister. Number 3. Maya's cousin planned to visit Cairo so she has put a ticket وعايز يستخدم going يبقى Maya's cousin is going to visit Cairo. Number 4. The train from Cairo to مطروح is at 8 o'clock وعايز يستخدم leave يبقى هنا الإجابة بتاعتي the train from Cairo to مطروح leaves هو مدهني leave فأنا هخليها في present simple plus s يبقى the train from Cairo to مطروح leaves at 8 a.m. Number 5. Yusuf intended to buy a new mobile طالما intend استخدم going to يبقى إجابتي Yusuf is going to buy a new mobile. Number 6. She has prepared her bag to travel to London وعايز يستخدم going يبقى أقول she is going to travel to London. She is going to travel to London. Number 7. I have already arranged to visit the museum tomorrow. في arranged يبقى هنا مضارع مستمر على طول يبقى I am visiting the museum tomorrow. I am visiting the museum tomorrow. Number 8. I promise to buy a camera if you get high marks. promise وعايز يستخدم will يبقى I will buy you a camera if you get high marks. Number 9. The bus to Luxor is at 8 a.m. وعايز يستخدم leaves. لسه قايلينها برضه طالما مواعيد يبقى the bus to Luxor leaves at 8 a.m. Number 10. I have arranged. طالما arranged يبقى مضارع مستمر is ing. يبقى هنا I am meeting him tomorrow. I am meeting him tomorrow. Unit 11. Let's choose. Number 1. Hassan studied well. Hassan studied well. So he spaced the exam. He passed the exam. He passed the exam. Number 2. Too much smoking can cause lung and heart diseases. ودي بتتكرر كتير. Diseases. Number 3. The human body has many pieces such as lungs and heart. The organs. دول عبارة عن organs أعضاء. Number 4. Heavy smokers في space all the time. heavy smokers cough all the time. Number 5. He smokes too much. He became addicted to cigarettes. He became addicted to cigarettes. Number 6. Sam has space disease from too much smoking. يبقى هنا ايه Sam has lung disease. Number 7. I have had a or an to fix my leg. يبقى I have an operation. I have had an operation. Number 8. It's said that some students became addicted to computer games. Number 9. في space students always work hard at school. طبعا successful students. Number 10. Sarah got better after having an operation last week. على الجرامر بقى. حمدي can't find his bag. His space have left it in the bus stop. طبعا ده احتمال يبقى might. He might have left it. Number 2. It space have been winter when they took these photos. There is snow on the ground. يبقى it must have been winter. لأن التأكيد عندي هنا إنها كانت شتاء. Number 3. I couldn't sleep well last night. I shouldn't have drank a lot of tea. Number 4. You missed the start of the show. هنا نصيحة you should have arrived earlier. Number 5. Mona looks sad. She في space done well in the exam. But she must have well done. Number 6. Tamer must have وفي space in Alexandria last summer. Look at this photo. يبقى هنا تامر must have been تصريف ثالث past participle been. Number 7. This man asked for the way. He حاجة have been a stranger بيسأل على الطريق يبقى he must have been a stranger. Number 8. She وفي space have been careful with driving. She had an accident. يبقى هنا المفروض نصيحة should. She should have been careful. Number 9. I forgot to do my homework. I وفي space have done it earlier. يبقى I should have done it earlier. Number 10. The space which help you breathe is lung. ده طبعا الأورجان. The organ which help you breathe is the lung. طبعا لو جالي rewrite في should or might shouldn't must أي حاجة من دي الاستنتاج بتاعي في الماضي دايما بيكون بعده might have و past participle. Number 1. Your friend did very badly in the exams. وعايز استخدم should يعني نصيحة في الماضي هقول he should have studied hard. Number 2. Perhaps he broke his arms. perhaps he broke his arms وعايز might يبقى أقول he might have broken his arms. He might have broken his arms. Number 3, you see a photo of people in a city. They were wearing coats, hats and gloves. وعايز يستخدم must يبقى they must have been in winter. They must have been in winter. طب لو ادهاني كده بقى وعايز يستخدم sure أو perhaps اللي هو رجعها جملة عادية يبقى خلي الفيرب في الباست بس. بدل he must have traveled by plane هقول I'm sure that he traveled by plane. I'm sure he traveled by plane. Number 5, it was important for us not to take the way. يبقى shouldn't have هنقول we shouldn't have taken that way. We shouldn't have taken that way. Number 6, it's possible that هالة got good marks وعايز يستخدم might have هقول هالة might have got good marks. هالة might have got good marks. طيب number 7, your little brother ate a lot of sweets and now feels ill. يبقى أقول my brother shouldn't have eaten. My brother shouldn't have eaten a lot of sweets. Number 8, I must have left my notebook at home. وعايز يستخدم sure فأقول I'm sure I left my notebook at home. I am sure I left my notebook at home. Number 9, I think my grandfather visited England in 1990 but I'm not sure. وعايز يستخدم might have فهقول my grandfather might have visited England in 1990. My grandfather might have visited. The last one, number 10, I didn't read all the questions before answering the exam. وعايز يستخدم should فأقول I should have read. I should have read all the questions before answering the exam. طيب اللي بعد كده يا شباب في unit 12. unit 12 للتشوز طبعا على الفوكاب الأول بعد كده الجرامر. في الفوكاب هنا بيقول في space workers often have to wear boots and helmet. manual workers. Number 2, it's important to wear a or an when you use a motorbike. طبعا هنا it's important to wear a helmet. It's important to wear a helmet. Number 3, I am in space of my brother as he came first in the final exam. هنا I am proud of. Number 4, I bought a pair of leather boots to wear in winter. I bought a pair of leather boots to wear in winter. Number 5, Miss Mervet is the manager of my school. She is a good leader. Manager. Number 6, Europe is very cold in winter, especially London. Number 7, Ragab has no work experience. He hasn't worked before. Number 8, Hatem father, he space him not to swim. يبقى warned him not to swim in the dangerous river. Warned يعني حذره. Number 9, Taha uncle invited his friends to have a glass of juice. Number 10, the manager warned me to look out for falling things. To look out for things falling or falling things. طبعا هنبتدي هنا بقى ايه اللي هو الايه الجرامر بتاع reported speech. هنا the teacher asked us not to talk. Number 2, my friends told me that English. طبعا هنا ايه فعل القول ماضي told يبقى اختار was their favorite subject. هنا touch the snake نوال ست على طبعا don't touch. Number 4, he warned me to look out for. Number 5, at the airport they ordered us to show our passport. Number 6, Salma told Sama that she was reading them. لأن فعل القول قلت told في الباست لازم اجيب جوه الايه الأقواس بقى بعد ما نفكها خلاص هتبقى في الباست was reading. Number 7, Mona said to me وفي space the countryside next week. هنا لسه الكلام اهو. next week يبقى will visit. أحمد said لأنها جملة عادية فهتبقى said that he had bought a new car. There are too many حاجة on the train. I can't find a place to put my legs. يبقى في passengers. Too many passengers. Number 10. Hadir told her sister that she worked hard لأنه خلاص told في الباست يبقى اللي جوه الأقواس past. طبعا في الريرايت هنا you must stop smoking the doctor said to حاتم. وعايز استخدم advised هنا ليها طريقتين. ممكن أقول the doctor advised حاتم to stop smoking or the doctor advised حاتم that he had to stop smoking. لأن عشان أجيب الماست من الماضي من must هي had to. Number 2. The new shop will open in 2 weeks time. وعايز أقول سارة told us. يبقى هنا سارة told us that the new shop would يعني بحول للباست would هتبقى would open in 2 weeks time. Number 3. The museum is next to the park. وهنا مستر الباز said to عمر. فالإجابة بتاعتي هتبقى مستر الباز said to عمر that the museum was next to the park. Number 4. Study your lessons. Mr. Magdi said to Yusuf. فأقول مستر مجدي said to Yusuf to study his lessons. عشان هنا أمر اهو مثبت يبقى هشيل الأقواس واربط بتو. اللي بعدها في النيجاتيف اهو. Number 5. Don't waste your time on your laptop شيماء said my father. عايز أقول not to فأقول my father advised شيماء not to waste her time on her laptop. طيب number 6. sit down the teacher said to أحمد. وعايز أقول ordered فهنا تبقى the teacher ordered أحمد to sit down. Number 7. don't sit on that wall the tour guide said to مها. وعايز استخدم warned فهقول the tour guide warned مها not to sit on that wall. Number 8. I watched the match yesterday. رامي said to مجدي. وعايز استخدم told فأقول رامي told مجدي that he had watched the match the day before. طبعا هنا عشان الجملة في الباست watched فأنا أخليها ايه past اللي هو الايه past perfect يعني had تصريف تالت يبقى that he had watched the match the day before. Unit 13 اللي تشوز على الفوكاب. Astronomy is the study of the stars. Number 2. A shooting star is a small piece of rock that's traveling through space. ده shooting star. Number 3. It was hot yesterday. It must have been about 40 degrees. Number 4. The earth is the only that has water. يبقى is the only planet. Number 5. The sun is the only star in our solar system. Number 6. We can learn about stars at observatory. Number 7. Are the scientists who study stars. The scientists who study stars are astronomers. Number 8. When shooting stars burn, they fall onto the earth. Number 9. Is a machine which astronomers use to look at the planets and stars. طبعا التلسكوب. A telescope is a machine. Number 10. The moon has a beautiful round shape. المون round shape. هنا برضو reported speech بس في الquestions. هنا number 1. أحمد asked me what هنا يبقى what I was هتبقى حولها الجملة من السؤال what I was doing yesterday evening. Number 2. أسامة asked if my sister was astronomer. if لأن في السؤال القصير بربط ب if. Number 3. The teacher نقط علي if he liked reading. طبعا هنا ايه asked asked علي. Number 4 Soha asked me free space all the people in my family were rich. طبعا F. Number 5 they asked me free space my friends were kind. يبقى برضو F my friends were kind. Number 6 my brother asked me if I طبعا في الباست if I had watched the latest film. If I had watched. Number 7 Basmala asked me what I was doing. Number 8 my friend wanted to know who had given me the laptop. Wanted to know. Number 9 a man asked me when the train to Aswan left. في الباست لأن فعل القول هنا asked في الباست. Number 10 Yasmin asked Ali if he would travel to Aswan the following week. The next week يبقى what. Rewrite. Number 1 will you finish your homework before dinner. وعايز اقول كريم asked his sister. طبعا ده هنا ايه short questions فهتشيل اقواس وهربط ب F وعيد ترتيب الجملة. فاقول كريم asked his sister if she وحول الازمنة يبقى if she would finish her homework before dinner. طيب number 2 why do you come late حسام. the teacher said. وعايز اقول asked فاقول the teacher asked حسام. طبعا السؤال ايه long question هربط بنفس أداة الاستفهام why. يبقى the teacher asked حسام why طبعا verb to be adjective وهحول يقول he يبقى why he came late. يبقى the teacher asked حسام why he came late. Number 3 when will you return from Paris. my wife asked. طبعا سؤال طويل هربط برضه بنفس أداة الاستفهام when. هنا my wife asked when I would return from Paris. Number 4 what is the fastest way to the capital bank. وعايز اقول I asked فاقول I asked what والسبجكت بتاعي كله ده the fastest way to the capital bank وفي الاخر احول is was. يبقى الجملة هتكون I asked what the fastest way to the capital bank was. Number 5 رامي said to أمال which school subject do you like most. وعايز يستخدم رامي asked فاقول رامي asked أمال which school subject she liked most. Number 6 the teacher asked me why I had arrived late. دي بقى عايز ارجعها ما بين الاقواس تاني فهقول the teacher said to me واعمل quotation marks why did you arrive late واعمل question mark في الاخر وبعد كده quotation marks. Number 7 why can't I feel the earth turn. وبيقول آية said to the teacher وهستخدم asked فهقول آية asked the teacher why she couldn't feel the earth turn. Number 8 where is the bank. I said to Amin هقول I asked فهقول I asked Amin where the bank was. I asked Amin where the bank was. Number 9 does Mona live near the city or the country. آية said to سعاد وعايز أقول سعاد asked يبقى سعاد asked آية if Mona lived near the city or the country. Number 10 can you play the guitar. نبيلة asked هنا فأقول نبيلة asked هنا if she could play the guitar. Unit 14 choose the correct answer. Number 1 a lot of ancient mosques have in the middle have طبعا المفروض هنا have fountains. Number 2 the mosque has dome and two minarets. Number 3 the Sphinx is a famous monument many tourists visit it. Number 4 the top of a building that is the shape of half a circle is called dome. Number 5 long ago the ancient Greeks wrote a list of 7 amazing places in the world. يبقى list. Number 6, we visited the Egyptian Museum and saw many statues there. Number 7, one of the ancient wonders is the Hanging Gardens of Babylon in Iraq. Hanging Gardens. Number 8, this iPhone is not copy, is original, not copy. It's made in the USA. Number 9, the Great Pyramid of Giza stays as a special. It's wonder of the modern wonders. يبقى special. Number 10, the Taj Mahal in India was built of marble. The structures هنا present perfect بس في الباسيف. My bedroom hasn't been cleaned yet. Number 2, many streets in my city have or haven't been cleaned yet. طبعا yet بتيجي في الجملة المنفية يبقى haven't been. Number 3, some new shops not opened near the school. Some new shops have been opened. Number 4, a lot of money collected for the charity. A lot of money has been, لأن المونey uncountable. A lot of money has been. Number 5, a lot of trees have been planted. Number 6, a new list of the wonders. A new list دي هنا singular اهو يبقى has been written. Number 7, plans have been تصريف تالت على طول prepared for the next trip. Number 8, I'm so happy because I invited to Nancy party. I'm not happy because I haven't been invited. Number 9, phoned by her. يبقى has he been phoned. Number 10, somebody has watered لأن هنا ده بس مش passive ده active. طب في rewrite طبعا هنا ليلى. Number 1, ليلى has made a cake for the family party. هو عايز يبدأ بقى cake. طبعا a cake هنا singular يبقى a cake has been made for the family party. A cake has been made for the family party. Number 2, Adam has won the first prize. عايز طبعا يبتدي the first prize يبقى the first prize has been won by Adam. The first prize has been won by Adam. Number 3, she hasn't cooked lunch yet. وعايز أبدأ بلunch يبقى lunch hasn't been cooked yet. Number 4, Salwa hasn't done her homework yet. وعايز أقول Salwa's homework يبقى Salwa's homework hasn't been done yet. Number 5, our school has won the competition. يبقى the competition has been won. Number 6, they have collected a lot of money for the charity. وعايز يستخدم been يبقى هقول a lot of money has been collected for the charity. طب number 7, they have painted the building again. وعايز يبقى يستخدم been يبقى أقول the building has been painted again. Number 8, I have mended my car. يبقى أقول my car has been mended.